Hello, in this video we're going to be doing long division, but instead of long division of whole numbers, it's going to be long division with decimals. Okay, so what we're going to do first is I'm just going to write it out like this, just in case you're not seeing what's happening. So we got 238.56, and we're dividing that by 14.2. Now when you're doing long division of whole numbers, we do not want this number down here to be a decimal. Okay, we need it to be a whole number. So it's very easy to fix, actually. If I want the decimal to go away, well, I just kind of want to move it over to the right, because 142 with a point is just 142. So how am I allowed to move decimals over? Okay, hopefully you kind of remember, but it's you multiply by powers of 10. So if you want to move a decimal over once, multiply by 10. If you want to move it over twice, multiply by 100. 3 times 1,000, and you just keep doing that. So I need to move this over once, so let's multiply by 10. But remember our rules with arithmetic. If you're going to multiply the bottom by something, what do you got to do to the top? Well, hopefully you say exactly the same thing. So I'm going to have to multiply the top by 10. Okay. So then if you're going to multiply this number by 10, all it's going to do is it's going to take this decimal and move it to the right. So now my new number is 2,385.6, and on the bottom it's now 142. Now we're back into a normal division problem. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our divisor, okay, 142. Then we're going to have our big division, and then what we're dividing goes on the inside. Now, if the inside number still has a decimal, what you're going to do is you're going to bring that decimal up. It doesn't move. Okay, so it stays right there. And whatever happens in the rest of this problem, this decimal will stay right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and start. So how many times does 142 go into 2? Well, none. How about 23? Nope, still 0. How about 238? Well, now we're getting somewhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, and let's try. It definitely goes in at least once, so let's see what happens when we try twice. So we get 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, well 284, that's bigger than 238, so the best it can do is go in once. So 1 times 142 is 142. We would then subtract. Okay, so 8 minus 2 is 6. Now 3 minus 4 we can't do, so we have that rule where you come over, you take 1 away. So now we got 13 minus 4, which is 9. And then 1 minus 1 is 0, which we don't have to write. Alright. Next, let's bring down our next digit, and that's a 5. Okay, so 142, how many times does that go into 965? Okay, so let's try, 6 times. Let's try 6. Alright, so we're going to times it by 6. Let's see what we get. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 1 is 25. Carry that 2. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Okay, well 852. Let's try 7 times. So 7 times 2 is 14. Carry that 1. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 1 is 29. Carry the 2. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 2 is 9. Now 994 is too big, so it's going to be 6 times. 6 times 142, well, we already did it. It's 852. We're going to subtract, and when you subtract this, you get 113. Now, last digit, let's bring that down. That's a 6. Alright, so 142 into 1,136. Well, if you come over here, we know it's at least 7 times. Let's go ahead and try 8. Alright, so that's 8 times 2, that's 16. Carry the 1. 32 plus 1 is 35. I'm sorry, 33. And 8 times 1 is 8, plus 3 is 11. Well, look at that. It goes in exactly 8 times. So we'll put our 8 up here. 8 times 142, we just saw, was 1,136. We'll subtract. We get 0. Notice that we have 0, and we'd have no more digits. So that means we are done, and this is our final answer.